It's the National Football League on EA Sports. This one features Kareem Hunt.
A December chill is in the air coming off of Lake Erie, but folks here bundled up, ready for football at Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it will be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but you can see it in their body language. This is not a team that is organized and been ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
This taken in right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense.
And they'll be led by their 5'11 quarterback, and a mobile one at that. From Temple, it's P.J. Walker.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates an opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
You look at this Jaguar defense.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their 36-yard line.
Now Etienne to start the drive.
There he goes, left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
And his throw is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start a first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 43 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. Now Lawrence on 1st down. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Now 2nd and 5.
At the 15-yard line.
Lawrence will throw.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines rolling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
You look at this Browns defense.
They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So on fourth down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
That's pulled in at the 32.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
On the ground, it's Ford. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Walker
on the move to his left.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw is Walker. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Jones now in motion left.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Now Lawrence to throw. A short throw to Ingram. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram: 6 catches, 55 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Etienne. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. On 1st down, Lawrence. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Lawrence. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Lawrence, now this is Etienne on the draw. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Martin Emerson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, on his Logan Cook to punt. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. There's the versatile back, Kareem Hunt, getting set with the rest of this offense for the next drive. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book there. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Browns had 1-11 now on the year. They come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And this is a team that has not shown much consistency during this losing streak because they've never really looked like they've been ready to play. You question their motivation. You wonder what's going on with them. And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but the body language, it's awful.
And they go play action. Here's Walker. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there.
He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
This one caught by Ridley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in his first half. It's a first down.
Now Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close,
Walker hitting the ball is held.
and the Jags grab it. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
To throw is Walker.
They'll go screen here to Hunt.
He's across midfield.
And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run with Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, second and long.
Off the play fake, Walker.
His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Down Peoples-Jones.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let the...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 79 yards.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's 17-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Browns set and ready to go on offense.
They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
First down, Walker.
And he'll find Akins there, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. This is Hunt on the draw play. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
To throw is Walker.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Open there, downfield is Hilton.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the shotgun, it's Walker.
It's caught outright by Graham. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1.
Walker now.
And it's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jordan Akins as the first half is winding down.
And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Looking for Ridley on the out route. He's got him.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals who are out in front. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And that one's at halftime with the visiting Lions out on top. The Lions looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And that one all tied. Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence will throw.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll look to set up his blockers.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
And now it's a bootleg with Walker.
That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play action now. Walker.
He's got Akins, the tight end. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
A carry here for Hunt.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. And working out of the gun here, Walker.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th.
Well, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Didn't quite get the touchdown, but now they're really knocking on the door.
And if you're the play caller, now you're thinking to yourself, what is your sequence? Because you're not just thinking one play here just in case. You're looking ahead as well.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
Kareem Hunt, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So that drive goes 8 plays, and Kareem Hunt the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and
he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 23-yard line.
132 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Open man is Kirk, complete.
Holding, offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
A 53-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure you have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
At the 45-yard line.
Walker. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Walker from the gun on 3rd down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's 3rd and short.
He was covered by Denzel.
Draw play, Etienne. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Down at the 26. A gain of 7. First down, Jacksonville.
Now Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Second and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On third down, Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them. And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now Lawrence. That is incomplete.
The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Option play, and Walker's going to run with it.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, it's Walker.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert them at 4th.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hunt will try going up the middle.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd down and 3.
At the 28-yard line.
They run again with Hunt. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
Now Walker.
This is caught.
And the Browns are going to be set up for the 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now Walker.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, It's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run again with Hunt.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt.
And Hunt is not going to get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
One last shot at the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out.